This wasn't the first time I was visiting the dark web. I was using a website, which I am not naming for many reasons. The website contained many information about people who went missing every year from America and some other countries. This website was new to me as it was probably at level 5 on deep web, if you were to count the levels of deepness on dark web. As I was exploring and digging deeper, I came across some links which took me deeper and deeper. The links were really hard to find in the website as the URL was not blue, to let you know that it is a URL and will take you to another site. I was reading this paragraph where the font was much smaller than the other paragraphs and was also surrounded with pictures. It grabbed my attention, and after a few minutes of searching, I found the link. I copied and pasted the link into a new page. It came up with a login page. It was weird as all it said was, after every 5 words, you shall get your pass. I was confused, but really wanted to know what it was. So, after a while, I realized, it was talking about the paragraph with smaller text than the rest of the paragraphs. Long story short, I got the password. After I got access, it was taking ages to load, but it had this sign at the top, login successful, so I knew I was going to see something I probably didn't want to see. Then it happened. It came up in categories, stating one country after the other except for the UK. I clicked on the US, and I really do wish I never clicked on it. It came up with those names, who were just disappeared but were captured and killed, those kids in America who went missing and had been killed, and I had access to thousands of videos. The parents of those kids didn't know what happened to their kids who went missing and disappeared to nowhere, and I had the videos of their execution in front of me. I quickly clicked back and did not close it, as I am not that stupid to let it carry on. I also saw some categories named Great Candies and Extreme CP, and didn't really bother clicking on any of them. I then reported this site to a group, as the government couldn't do that much and I probably would have been in trouble for reporting such thing to the authority. The group did something to the site, and after a few hours, it went down. If you thought the Nazis were the last people to conduct human experiments during the Holocaust, you couldn't be wrong. This Onion website inside the dark web is an index, which provides documents for performing your own experiments in concentration camps. The website claims that, apparently, they have multiple warehouses where they perform such despicable experiments on humans. They conduct experiments such as starvation, pain tolerance, infectious diseases and organ effects, radiation exposure, and even sterilization. It is stated that the people chosen for this range of experiments are usually homeless people that are unregistered citizens. Laboratory experiments are done at hospitals where they take the samples and send them under other real patients' names. The results are then carefully dispersed so as not to arouse suspicion. The bodies of the dead are dissected and then disposed in dumpsters of meat shops, where their bodies will not be found. I think their slogan says it all. Not all humans are equal, for some of them were born superior to others. I first heard about the deep web back in grade 10, when this really strange druggy kid in my grade was going on about it. We sat together in English and had a new teacher that wasn't quite good and didn't really know how to control the class. That's why, the last 20 minutes or so, she would just let us do whatever. Everyone around this kid's desk, let's call him Matt, would crowd around his computer and watch him monkey around on Silk Road and weird other sites he found. No CP or anything, but drugs and hitmen and weird shit in general. I was kind of sketched out by it, so I tried to avoid looking at it all, but I listened and it was pretty funky. Eventually, Matt decided to order drugs from some site. This was high school, so we all lived at home. He figured he'd order DMT to his cottage, go up for a weekend and pick it up to hide in his closet. So, he typed in his address to some guy, worked out the details and waited. He then went up to his cottage the next weekend and we all waited for his return for the stories. Matt got back and we all ran up to him to ask if it worked. He said it didn't and he was really pissed since he had already paid the guy. He complained to whoever was selling him the drugs and the guy was really understanding and said he will send an even bigger package to his cottage. Matt went up the next weekend. Still nothing. The guy was very apologetic and said he'd send one more. Well, still nothing. Matt gave up and figured it was just a guy trying to make a quick buck. He gave up on the deep web and that was that. Months later, he went up to his cottage with his family and had a big dinner party with the whole complex of cottages. He was schmoozing around and overheard those elderly people talking about going to the cops. He asked why and they told him that they had been consistently getting shipments of drugs every week. Matt had typed in the wrong address and the guy he was talking to had been sending more and more to the wrong people each week because he felt so bad. He was so sketched out that he quit everything. Now, he is doing quite well for himself. We are really proud of him. This was back before Google. Web pages were, for the most part, still very basic HTML with JavaScript. Hardly anyone used CSS. Only discussion boards and some banking sites had anything that could be regarded as mature front-end back-end combinations. So, this one is an early and real deep web story, not just one about illicit activities online. I was browsing random blogs, GeoCities sites, and the like, just going from link to link. Eventually I came upon an odd page. It appeared to be random thoughts from different people, but for the time, it was very well designed. The messages seemed to be cryptic in nature, like several people trying to pass secret notes. I started through the source, and hidden in the comments of a JavaScript were various IP addresses. I gathered all of the IPs in a text file and began enumerating. Some were routers with banner messages I could telnet to, almost all at universities. The default Cisco credentials from back in the day worked on most of them, but I didn't poke around. A few of the IPs were web servers with little to nothing on them, mostly Apache on Linux or some BSD, and at least one IIS server I can recall. I finally came upon a web server with a huge directory of HTML files and TIFF images, with a few smaller subdirectories containing the same. Nameserver lookup returned no reverse records for the IP. A visual route traced it as far as Colorado. The HTML files appeared to be records a psychologist or similar mental health professional would keep. The images were of faxes, apparently of both military and medical nature. As I browsed from a subdirectory back to the parent, at the top of was a new HTML file named something like hellothere.html. The timestamp was from right that minute. I opened it, and in plain text was the message, "We see you." No quotes, all lowercase. About 15 seconds later, the server dropped. That time, it was a quite weird and scary experience for me, and I was extremely worried about the whole situation.